Welcome to the GameSport channel. Today I will tell you the story of a man who literally changed the entire competitive scene with his game. The one who was on everyone's lips in 2022 in the CIS Dota community, Nikita the Hack Kuzmin. My friends, more than 90% of you watch our content without subscription. Please like and subscribe to the channel, it helps a lot. Now, let's start. The Hack is one of the most popular faces in the modern Dota 2's Russian-speaking media. He's famous not only as a professional player, but also as a streamer who plays high-ranked pubs and explains his actions to less experienced viewers. Stream moments posted on YouTube are also popular, but Nikita has no relation to their authorship. The Hack started his professional career in Dota 2 in 2016. His first teams were Digital Company and Hive. However, neither of them were able to show oneself at mid or higher level tournaments. In 2017, Nikita and his teammates from Thug Life, Kuman, Venom, Cheshire Cat and Always Wanna Fly were signed by Gambit esports, which was his first serious contract. Along with this team, the Hack was able to win the Mid-TV Challenge Cup and take second place at the 2018 Russian Esports Championship, Reshuffle Madness and GGBAT Invitational Season 1. The Kuala Lumpur Major was Nikita's first DPC tournament, where his team placement was only 13-16th. After a series of replacements at Gambit esports, the roster began to play completely differently. First place at We Play Winter Madness and We Play Dota 2 Valentine Madness. Second place at the Bucharest Mono and ECL 1 Katowice 2019. 7th place at the Epicenter Major 2019, all of which proved the Hack's worth as a carry role. But the failure at the International 2019 qualifiers ruined the once successful team. After a short stay in Winstrike team, Nikita decided to change the region and join Ninjas in Pyjamas, with players Tana, Letties, Universe and PBD. The main achievement of the team was a 7th place on We Play Dota 2 Tug of War Mad Moon, which is why it was later disbanded. It is also known that at school he was fond of rugby, attended a sport camp and won awards at Moscow competitions. In the Dota 2 community, the Hack is known for his straightforwardness. He has publicly pointed out the mistakes of commentators and analysts many times, as well as calling to add Traverman, streamer, known for his specific manner of play on techies, to the ignored list. The year 2022 began with the signing of the Winstrike team organization. The Hack, LOL, Modest, Force Major and Soneko. That's what the lineup looked like. That would be surprising everyone all year long. For 3 months, the team has been showing stable results. Smashed the 2nd division, successfully played Dota 2 Champions League Season 8, taking 2nd place there. The whole CIS scene was amazed by this. In April 2022, bookmaker Badboom breaks into Dota's cybersport and signs the Winstrike lineup. Starting that month, the team began to play beyond recognition. First place at Dota 2 Champions League Season 9. First place at DPC EU 2021-2022 Tour 2 Division 1 Playoffs. Passed to ESL 1 Stockholm 2022 and quite a decent performance against the world brandies of Dota. During the break from the team games, the Hack managed to play in the Riyadh Masters 2022 as a reserve player for Tundra Esports, but it did not bring any special results, but as an experience it was very useful and influenced Nikita's playstyle. Between seasons 13 and 14 of the Dota 2 Champions League, Badboom decided to strengthen the roster and sign Roger instead of Force Major. This replacement was an incentive for the upcoming international, as Roger had the most experience under his belt on the team. By the start of the qualifiers, Badboom had managed to establish themselves as a stable and strong team. Every team trained for them at DPC and everyone knew how they played. Let's step aside and talk a little about the Hack's game style. Nikita has always been notable for his builds of meta heroes and 4+1 plays, where the Hack and his team run around the map and buy time for the mid player. Because of that, in almost every game Nikita was heavily dropping in gold at minutes 15 to 20, and if the team was not able to make fights, then the chances of winning quickly plummeted. Another important fact was that Nikita always had his own vision of the game, which often differed from the team's, and that would be the beginning of the conflict later on. Let's get back to the qualifiers. Bad Boom got to the upper bracket and met in the first match against One Move. By the way, on the 13 and 14 season of G2ECL, it was always One Move who played in the finals and Bad Boom always came out victorious. This time no miracles taking place and the hack beat his opponent 2-0. Already in the first match they showed their game preparations. Unusual picks like Visage as a strong mid character has totally paid off. Not many people play this hero. It is very difficult to counter him and his every appearance brings confusion on the opponent's line. Next on the way were the Navi. The lineup with no one was strong and everyone predicted this team to go straight to the international. The hack continued sticking to his guns. 3 maps, 3 times Visage, but this time the tactic didn't work and the team fell to the lower bracket where Enigma was already waiting for them. Realizing that the Visage tactic doesn't work and there is no right to make a mistake, the team returned to the reliable picks and without much trouble went through the lower bracket to the final qualification game, beating One Move and Navi. Final was truly a sensation. The Outsiders team, who got there in 6 maps by beating everyone 2-0, seemed like an unbeatable force, but the pre-made tactics from Bad Boom and out-of-box thinking from Nikita has greatly paid off. Enigmas, Dodges and even Champ, heroes who rarely show up in these matches, were picked on every map this time. A confident victory by 3-0 and Bad Boom went straight to the main tournament of the year. For the first time since 2017, Nikita has made it to the international. The hack's playstyle even gave a birth to the meme, "Whack him the how." Every time Nikita impressed viewers with his game, the Twitch chat would start spamming the hack related text, and streamer Alexander Next11 even made 2 exclusive t-shirts with this text and popularized the meme. But not every story has a happy ending. On the global scene, Bad Boom had little experience, although it was said that the hack's ideas worked during training matches and the team had a high win rate, but when it came to the official games, the result was disastrous. Carry Batrider, Lishrak with Evil and Blade Mail, all of these could only be seen by Nikita's performance. At this point, it would become clear after the event. The team did not support their carry's opinion, but there was nothing they could say back. The horrible atmosphere in the team, lack of willingness to change anything, all led to a crushing result and the last place at the tournament. Just a couple of weeks after the tournament, the organization decided to disband the team and temporarily withdraw from the discipline. The players, for obvious reasons, have scattered to different teams and the hack starts looking for a new home. Along with Alexei Soloberezin, Nikita decides to try his hand at the Hellraisers organization. The lineup on paper was really strong, with an experienced captain and a young star on the center line, all giving reasons for good results. From December to February 2023, Nikita played with Hellraisers, the results were encouraging, and the team even made it to the Lima Major 2023 global event in Peru. But there is one issue only: the hack is leaving the team. Why did he leave? Was it the kick? Or his own choice? Community had many questions. Nikita himself didn't want to give any comments at first and promised to tell everything during his streams. On the 10th of February, the hack gave answers to all the questions and many interesting details came to light. Nikita talked about the situation in his previous team and why the results went down. A big conflict occurred at the Stockholm Majors, maybe before the start or at some clan wars during the group stage. I was in a situation where 5 opponents show up at the base, they have no stuns and can't kill me, and I'm pushing tower in solo. Akbar yells, "Get out of the way!" But I realized that I can't be killed. I said to him, "Why?" and continued to push. As a result, after the game he had to say things like, "You came to a pre-made team and you did nothing. You're no one and your name is nothing, so you have to listen." This was Akbar's favorite phrase that I heard 3 to 4 times during our work together. When I would start explaining to him what I had done and how much of a pre-made team I hoped in, he would back up. No, I appreciate you, that's not what I meant." Nikita also touched on Bad Boom at the international and talked about their main problem. "We went to bootcamp before qualifying for TI and had a fight on the first and second day, and that's despite the fact that they also have brought a psychologist there. It was no help at all. The quarrel with Akbar happened every day. He promised that in terms of the game everything would go my way, but it wasn't even close to that. After a couple of days of bootcamp, Sonika completely stopped talking. Not a word on the Clan Wars game or not on the official, just clicks on the minimap and that's it. But when we went to the international, the whole training process trashed. I didn't know how the next qualifier would go. Will we lose to the worst team 0-2 or will we beat the strongest team 2-0? Stability was needed but chaos was happening. What was the reason to that? Nobody could see. I kept quiet and did not say anything to Akbar. In the end, Nikita explains why he decided to leave Hellraisers just before going to the tournament in Peru. According to the hack, he had regular misunderstandings with his team's coach No Fear, who refused to break down their mistakes in the game and wasn't handling out the tasks. Before the kick, No Fear started to gaslight gaslight me, telling me that I was terrible at playing and doing nothing, even though he'd been telling me how good I was and how much he'd learned from me. In the end, I set an ultimatum, it was either me or him. Nikita was also unhappy with the game performance and leadership style of team's captain Alexei Solo-Berezin. He didn't want to come up and watch the replays. I only saw him watching another player once, but never watching himself. His whole motivation was to push to play 10 more games a day, half of which he wasn't paying attention to. In my eyes, Solo has failed both as a player and a captain. At the moment, Nikita is without a team and with a shattered reputation. In the CIS, few people speak of him with understanding and in a positive way. The man who led the team to the main tournament of the year with picks he made in a split second becomes an outcast. The hack has tremendous experience under his belt, a strong media base and a drive to win. We think he'll find his place to the competitive Dota. Write down in the comments which story you'd like to hear next, and I have to say goodbye, so see you later, bye!
Missing the heart.